The madmen in charge in the United States have brought us into this. They are systematically destroying our country as they are destroying the Middle East. It's very, very serious. If you ask why do the roads not work and the bridges not work in the United States, why is infrastructure falling to pieces, why are living standards stagnant or declining, it's because we spend trillions of dollars in war. Trump, let me add, is an utter disgrace to our nation. He lied to us every word about America first. His whole premise was we're not going to do this. And he did exactly the opposite of what he said. He did exactly the opposite of what the American people say. Of course, Congress is dead for all intents and purposes. Doesn't matter whether it's Johnson or Schumer, they're useless, these people. They're all in the Zionist lobby payroll. They have squandered our wealth. They have squandered our strength. They have diverted our attention from our elevators and our escalators and our roads and our power grid and all the things that make life viable for us, our housing stock, everything, to divert our trillions of dollars to this madness that is underway right now.
The unfortunate part about all of this is most Americans are not going to realize it until it's too late. Yes, America is being systematically destroyed. It is being destroyed from within. You have outside players, in effect. You have a whole lot of things going on simultaneously, but they're all working together to make sure, like I said, I've been ringing the alarm for the past year. This is a controlled demolition. Have you ever been at a campfire, right? Have you ever let a flame, just sizzle out, on its own, right? It burned all night, but then when you woke up, it was still, it was still a little something left, but it already had sizzled out. That is America right now. So right now, there's a big ass flame right now. There's a big ass flame. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of systemic things going on that people are blind to. They're not seeing that we're literally getting robbed blind. You ever wondered, like he said, you ever wonder why the roads look the way that they do? There's homelessness everywhere. People can't afford groceries. People can't afford to buy homes. People can't afford to do anything. People can't afford to dang on forget about the struggle that they're going through. They can't forget. They can't have fun. They can't live. Food is sky high. Oil has just went up. People can't do anything. You ever wonder why? Well, it's because they're stealing your money. Listen, I've already told you. I've said this plenty times. They are stashing the money while this shit burns down. They are literally pocketing the money. They're taking all the gold, right? America has run out of gold. There's a limited amount of gold, and I'm not saying gold like real gold. I'm using gold as, currency, right? Resources. They're taking all of that. They're taking it all and robbing everybody. They're stashing their pockets and they're feeding their families. And they're just waiting on the flame to sizzle down, right? And what's going to be left of America is just going to be a mere memory and a glimpse in time and a glimpse in history. See, the thing is, you can't just crash America, right? You can't just crash America, right? There's a lot of resources here. There's a lot of assets here, right? You have powerful people, rich people from all over the world who they own homes, they own real estate, right? They own asset classes here. So you can't just crash and burn the United States. But what you can do, you can slowly but surely and safely demolish this place, right? And that's exactly what they're doing. They don't care about you, right? I know a lot of you want your favorite politicians. You're still going out here voting like, listen, your vote is going to shit. You're still getting out here voting, oh, yippee, right? Just, I hope my vote does something. Bro, at this point, your vote has been cast into the abyss. Your vote has been cast into the abyss. It means shit, right? If you, listen, I'm going to tell you like this. If you don't have the money to play, that's it. It's the end of your day. If you don't have the money to play, it is the end of your day. And what do I mean by that? Listen, the real movers and shakers, they buy assets, right? They sponsor their candidates, right? They don't vote necessarily, right? And then voting in 2026, listen, it's just filled up with just empty promises, the same old rhetoric. Oh, we're going to do this and we're going to lower your taxes. Taxes still go up. We're going to lower the cost of living. We're going to lower the cost of homes in your area, right? Property taxes. Listen, it's the same old game. Everybody is taking money from the same old people. APEC and you-know-who's and NRA and BLM, like the list goes on and on.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here, and I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint, PFP Life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The Escape Blueprint, PFP Life.
See, people don't want to believe that this is the end of America as we know it. Listen, as sad as it sounds, as hard as it may be to digest what I'm telling you, this is the end of America as we know it, man. America did this, right? And maybe this was a long time coming. You got to understand, there is so many powers at play. They are putting billions of dollars. They've put billions and billions of dollars into the programming of the minds, right? They've put billions and billions of dollars into the marketing and the, just the undercutting and to, just making sure that their sheep are ready for the slaughter. I don't think y'all understand how deep the rabbit hole goes. Listen, America's done. America's finito. America will be around, right? Germany is still around. Russia is still around, the old Soviet, right? You have places who are still around. Spain is still around. Rome is still around, right? So America will still be around. It just won't be the same America that we've had for the past 200 odd years. America's done. The money has been soaked up. They've taken all the money. They've taken it all. So now they're looking elsewhere. They're looking elsewhere. As I speak today, the global dynamics are changing. The global dynamics are changing. The global powers are changing. Y'all think, see, the way that y'all look at it, y'all are still looking at America in this 1945 lens, right? You're still looking at America, post World War II, right? You're looking at it post World War II, right? After we just, dropped a nuke on Hiroshima, right, on Japan. You looking at it from that angle, right? But in reality, America's no longer that America. Sure, do we still have, a powerful and a technologically advanced military? Yes. But they are protecting assets of the elites. That is it. They could care less about your interest. They could care less about my interest. They don't care about that shit, man. They're just trying to protect the asset classes of the elites that sponsored government officials, that sponsored the economy, that sponsored everybody that you like to vote for, including the oligarchs, the technology oligarchs, right? That is all. But they've already made a decision to go ahead and consolidate America. What did I tell you already? I've spoken on this already. Trump was hired, yes, hired. Trump was hired to oversee the demolition. That's it. He was hired to oversee the demolition. Nothing more, nothing less. Right? He's not going to save America. He's not going to bring back the old America. The only reason why that ideology was put out there, marketing, man. Marketing. Programming. What did I tell you? You have to see a proper butcher, he makes sure that his sheep, right? His meat is ready for the slaughter, right? You have to make them oblivious. You have to make them oblivious to what's about to happen. So guess what? Guess what that means? Sometimes that means separating the ones that are about to get slaughtered from the ones who are still roaming around. Right? You can't let the cows see the other cows get slaughtered, right? And if they do, guess what? It is said, scientifically proven, that the pain or the trauma gets transferred into the meat and it creates a different texture. It creates a different taste, right? When the slaughter, right? The meat is, they've seen the trauma or they went through trauma right before they pass, right? When you slaughter animals, it's supposed to be clean and quick. You're supposed to raise them right so they have a nice life. And then, boom, bow, take them out. But it just so happened that, we have technology, we have eyes everywhere, we have phones everywhere. So we can actually see what's going on. Many of us see what's going on. So we're intaking this trauma. We're seeing what's going on. We're seeing how the world is going. We're seeing how the country is going. Many of us do see it. We're the sheep. We're the sheep looking at our counterparts get slaughtered. But then you have a good majority of people, a good majority of the sheep, they're separated. That's the division. They're separated. They're over there. Maybe they're just oblivious to what's going on, or they just choose to put the blinders on because they don't want to see. But many of you just don't want to see. You don't want to see. You don't care about what's going on, really. You think, oh, well, America's been this way. America's been a superpower, so it shall survive some more. Yeah, that's a pipe dream, buddy. I'm sorry to tell you, that's a pipe dream, buddy. The writing's on the wall. The money is moving. The money has moved. The powers are shifting. They're taking money, removing money out of America, right? They're putting it elsewhere. They're putting it into other economies, right? They're establishing businesses in other economies, in other countries. They're already doing this. So while the majority of you, right, who aren't wealthy, think that America is still a safe haven for you to get ahead, it is not. It is not. Nowhere near. Most people, the majority of Americans here are living off credit, they're living off debt, and they're paycheck to paycheck. right? Most people in America have no savings. The average retiree is retiring with less than $500,000 in a bank account, in a 401k. Americans are severely out of shape, overweight, and mentally distressed. But y'all want to keep telling me that this is the land of the free? No. Y'all think y'all are free. Y'all think that y'all are free. That was just that marketing. That was just that marketing. But honestly speaking, many Americans are just sheep being prepared for the slaughter. And that is what's happening. Because what is going to happen is going to catch most Americans so off guard. It's going to catch most Americans so off guard, y'all are not going to know what to do. Y'all are not going to know what hit you. But then again, maybe this is what you want. Y'all just sitting around lollygagging. Ain't nobody about to do nothing. Y'all have been disarmed. Y'all think your guns matter, bro? Your guns don't matter. I don't care how many guns. You can have a whole armory in your house for all I care, for all they care. Nobody gives a damn about your armory. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with it? Nothing. Nobody gives a damn about that. Like I've said before plenty of times, if they actually cared, right? If they actually cared about your weapons, they would have taken it, bro. If they actually thought that American weapons were a threat, they would have taken it. But they know, listen, they've already got you. It's checkmate already. And the only thing you can do is prepare and pivot. PP. That's all you can do is PP. Prepare and pivot, because the inevitable is going to happen. Trump has been hired to demolish the United States of America. Point blank, period. He works for you know who. He works for the tech lords. He works for the other oligarchs. He doesn't work for the American people. You don't matter. You don't matter. The time to get rich in America has come and passed. Now we're on to the AI revolution. Now we're on to the technology revolution. That's what we're moving on to. Because what's going on right now, it too shall pass. But then it creates other opportunities. But it's going to create those opportunities for the ones who are ready and prepared to accept those opportunities. So come over to the Patreon. Join the family, the Escape Blueprint. I'm over there forging the minds of men and women, and also giving you the tools that you need to survive in a new world. You're going to watch me live Geomax. If you don't know what Geomax, come over to the Patreon and watch the videos. You have access to over 100 videos, and you will see exactly how I built up the mindset that I have today. You will see what exactly built up the ideology that I have today. Listen, the after pill is the ideology. The Escape Blueprint is the framework. And PFP life is how you should live. Purpose, freedom, and power. Listen, the United States fall is imminent. And to be honest, we don't know what that fall looks like. It can be catastrophic. It can be subtle. It can be a bright flame burnt down into rubble. But what I can tell you is that it is going to happen. And the people who will succeed in a next new world order will be the people who prepared, will be the people who took advantage, will be the people who kept up with their knowledge and their wisdom, right? And used strength to keep them afloat, right? As for the rest of you, I don't know what you're going to do. But you better start preparing. And that's an after pill. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here, and I'm not done. This is the Escape Blueprint, PFP life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The Escape Blueprint, PFP Life.